Well, you're looking at my backyard and a carpet of weeds already growing, and the frosts that come doesn't affect them at all. Some people would call that a curse for weeds to start first before you can even consider putting any garden in. But God was a little smarter than that. The reason that He started weeds first is so that you could utilize the weeds in a number of directions. You see, in the bug world, these little bitty weeds, that's right, the bugs don't eat them. They don't eat them. They don't like the taste. It's that simple. They don't eat the weeds. And so by taking the weeds, when you start planting, you can take these because they're already going to be growing and taller, and you can grind them up and put them into a sun tea, a weed sun tea. And by doing that, you can spray that on your plants, and the bugs will think they're weeds. It's that simple. They'll have the taste of weeds, and they won't like it. It's not a pesticide. It's not going to endanger the underground water. It's not going to endanger you, but rather it's going to protect your crops without Monsanto, just like they've done for 1,000 years in Mother Nature. So the next time you see weeds growing ahead of everything else, rather than to think it's a curse, consider it a gift from God. So many gifts, so many gifts. Well, you're looking at a pack of watermelon seed. You'll find it very difficult and challenging to grow watermelon in southwest Nebraska. A late frost will kill the crop very easily if you put it into the ground too early. Plus, the cooler earth will just simply not germinate the watermelon, or take 2 weeks or more to get it to finally come up. Rather than to go with that route, I do it a little bit different. Of course, I start by taking the seed, putting it in a paper towel, and then in a plastic bag, soaked paper towel, I should say. With that in mind, within about 4 days, if I can get it out of there without destroying the little critter. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. There you go. And it's germinated. The seed has started to grow. That is heading for the sun. That's right. So now, once you plant this, you're ahead of the game. You no longer have to worry about a week or 2 weeks to germinate, or if it gets to be a cold snap, that it'll rot in the ground rather than germinate. It's germinated, it's growing. It may grow slow in the cooler weather, but it's going to grow. And then the next step I do is to take, let me put that back in there for a second, is to simply put it into a container like this. And by getting it in here, nice soil, loose soil, just a plastic cup, slit bottoms, and then I put a Miracle Grow in the bottom and allow it to feed up here and keep it nice and keep covered for the beginning out in the sun. Then you can take your little seed here and carefully, because it doesn't want to be abused, no baby does, get it in the ground, and there you go. And that's as simple as I can make it for right now, to give you an example of what I do and how I do it to grow watermelon from the very beginning. A single pack of seeds, with a little bit of luck, can produce you well over $200, and that is cash in your pocket at a time when the world is too busy just taking your money rather than to help you make some. And this isn't pie in the sky. This isn't the politicians saying, I want to make this country whole, or I want to make this country great, or I promise you free college. This is for you to do by yourself, for yourself. You put a little bit more water in there, you take that, and you got a miniature greenhouse that in no time will be producing you a crop of watermelon.